We are NXT. What's up, everybody? It's your boy DJ Cash, your weekly NXT correspondent for PWFEmpire.com, to bring you my NXT recap. Tonight, we had the in-ring return of Ember Moon taking on Peyton Royce. We had a new tag team debut, well, sort of, against Eric Young and Alexander Wolf. An altercation between NXT champion Bobby Roode and Roderick Strong, and also the main event featured Aleister Black one-on-one with Cassius. Oh no. Again, you guys know I love it. And I'm going to be going all over that tonight here on NXT Recap. NXT Women's Division action kicks us off on NXT when we have a returning Ember Moon taking on Peyton Royce with Billie Kay hanging out at ringside. This match I actually thought was really solid. I was completely fine with it. I think Peyton Royce, I've said this before and I'll say it again, I do believe that she's better in the ring out of the two of Billie Kay and Peyton Royce because, again, Peyton Royce had an actually very entertaining match with Asuka for the championship on a free episode of NXT, so Peyton Royce can definitely go, I will say that. And again, I will say this, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, the iconic duo, as long as they're not in the NXT Women's Division title picture, I think I'm fine with them just doing their thing, because you can tell they're like that lower... Okay, I'm not going to say lower mid-card, actual mid-card act for the women. I think what they can be is just the two people that, if they want to build somebody up for the NXT Women's Championship, I think Peyton Royce and Billie Kay can fill that role of like being, you got to go through us before you can get to the main event scene. So I think they serve their role very well if they put them there. But yeah, Ember Moon looked really good in this match. It was good to see her back in the ring. I like the way that they played off her injury just a tad bit, because you gotta continue that, because you know it's gonna be the story of a match when somebody returns from an injury. Now, this is where it's gonna get interesting, because we all know that NXT wants Ember Moon to be the one to dethrone Asuka. But with that NXT Women's Championship last woman standing match that we got coming up, which I'm definitely going to get into a bit later. But yeah, as far as Ember Moon coming back, they really need to work on building Ember Moon up. Like, they really need to build her character up, because the only really sense of character I got from Ember Moon was when she got taken out of the match from Chicago, and she had that sit-down inset promo when the stage was being built. So in order for me to get behind Ember Moon just a bit more, the in-ring aspect is good, but they really need to work on that character, because I do want Ember Moon to really be that one to beat Asuka. They just need to get me invested in it. So yeah, fun match from Peyton Royce and Ember Moon. Good stuff here. And of course, as NXT rolls along, before we leave to commercial break, Cassius Ohno is warming up for his main event match against Aleister Black when Hideo Itami pretty much comes up and apologizes for everything that's been going on with the two as of late. Interesting. I can't wait for that Hideo Itami Cassius Ohno feud, what we're going to get. It's going to be great. Now it's time for one of my favorite divisions to get showcased, NXT Tag Team Division action, when we have Alexander Wolf and Eric Young of Sanity taking on Uriel and Gabriel, the Ely brothers. The Ely brothers, these are two guys who back in, I think it was March when they took on AOP, and it was pretty much a squash match. But from that moment on, from the first time I saw the Ely brothers, I can tell these guys just have they have a lot of potential here, because the difference that I noticed here is that they changed that gear up. Like, the gear, it's still black, but you can tell it's definitely more like a custom design, because I really like to see that. You can tell that this is definitely a team that's been used on live events. And people, what I've been doing is I really do keep up with who loses on live events for NXT and who loses on TV and who wins on TV and wins on live events. And the Ely brothers have been used, but they have lost too. This match right here, it did kind of... I was feeling a little something about this, and what I mean is, I didn't like the way on how you have two big guys like the Ely brothers pretty much get demolished in like 3 minutes by Sanity. Even though I did like the tag team continuity from Wolf and Young, I think they're planning on making those guys like the tag team of the group, because in the match against No Way Jose, which I watched, Killian Dane is pretty much the singles guy out of all of them. But yeah, I honestly was really looking for something out of the Ely brothers in this match, because the thing is, with the NXT Tag Team division, and this is one of the divisions that's really suffering, is because with DIY gone, with American Alpha gone, with the Revival gone, and TM61 still out. The only two teams that matter in that division right now are AOP and Heavy Machinery, and even Heavy Machinery is a bit of a stretch. They really need to like buckle down and give tag teams that they've been using on the live events more and really give them time. I'm glad that the Ely Brothers got some more TV time here. I just really wasn't that big on how they got demolished so easily. They can take a loss from Sanity, but I needed to see like some type of like change from like the last time I saw them, and I just didn't get that here. So yeah, I know what they're trying to do, but they really need to put focus on the NXT Tag Team division because they need to start building teams. Oh, and shockingly more, we got even more NXT Women's Division action when Rachel Evans takes on Sonya Deville. Rachel Evans, believe it or not, actually gets a little bit of offense in, but Sonya Deville, I love this character and I love this woman already because she really is bringing out that Brock Lesnar. Like, she's pretty much the female Brock Lesnar of the NXT Women's Division right now, and I know that's really about to stretch, but it's just like, she has a legit MMA background, and it's like I love the way on how she has a legit background in MMA. Then you put that in a gimmick. It's easier to really get into a character when you've actually done it. And what I really liked about this match is the fact when Rachel threw a right, Sonya pretty much the gloves were off, so you want to fight, and she just like did up like a good like 10 punches straight to the freaking gut. Like it's like little things like that helps and tie in with the character. And this is also what I've been talking about. The NXT Women's Division isn't really suffering. It's really in that rebuilding stage. And it's like I said, pretty much with the Ely brothers. In order for NXT's divisions to really be saved, you got to start putting certain people in prospective divisions on TV and get more time. So as far as Sonya Deville this week, I really enjoy what I've been seeing from her so far. I can't wait to see what she's going to be doing in the future. Now, we finally get to what I thought was hands down segment of the night. It was the NXT champion Bobby Roode who had an altercation with Roderick Strong in the Full Sail in the locker room when Bobby Roode was having a photo op, and he sees Roderick Strong and his family. I love the fact that they are incorporating Roddy's family into this. You get more sympathy on Roddy, and it makes Roode's character even more of a dick than it already is, so that's just great right there. And Bobby Roode, just being as fantastically as he is, just says, hey, whenever you're ready to be with a real man, automatically, when I heard that, I'm like, shit's about to get real. This is the type of stuff that NXT does so well, because here's the thing, people. This is kayfabe. This already happened. It was a kayfabe fight, but here's the thing. This didn't happen. It happened earlier on in the day. This footage literally dropped like a good probably 3 hours ago, and I knew we were going to see it tonight. But you know what? I'm glad they didn't do like a segment where they do it on TV and then the fight happens. I like the fact when you can incorporate outside of what they usually do for TV. And here's the thing. It sets up what I think is going to be straight fire for NXT's 400th episode. And people, I've been with NXT for probably 150 of those, because I'm one of the NXT veterans that watched it before it became big. But yeah, it sets up the NXT championship match. Bobby Roode defends his championship against Roderick Strong in 2 weeks on the 400th episode of NXT. This is why I love this goddamn brand so much. They just know how to build stuff. I am going to say, I really wish that they could save this for a takeover, because I really do think they can get Roddy even more over as a babyface. But hey, they actually have a real reason to have an NXT Championship match, because it is the 400th episode. But yeah, great stuff in this segment overall. Roode played it right. Roddy played it right. Good stuff overall. Oh, and also, people, how could I forget? Next week on NXT, we're going to have the first ever NXT Women's Championship Last Woman Standing match. This is a match that I really wish was on a takeover, but we're getting it next week, so I'm fine with it. Because I honestly do think, in order to get to Ember Moon, they had to get Nikki Cross and Ruby Riott out of the title picture, like I said last week in my review. But yeah, that match is going to be, like I said, straight fire. NXT just knows how to build matches so well. It is main event time here on NXT with Cassius Ohno, the Knockout Artist, taking on Aleister Black. Holy crap, this match was good. This match was just phenomenal. Great strikes from this match. Like, people, they threw so many strikes in this match, I can barely remember half actually hurt, because I'm thinking these guys are going to be eating soup through a straw if they keep this up, because these dudes just absolutely just mollywopped each other with strikes. I knew this was going to be, when I heard this announced, I knew it was going to be a pure striker versus the Knockout Artist, but I didn't know it could get like this intense. And for the first part of the matchup, it was very technical, which I actually really appreciated, because they built up. Because here's the thing, we knew we were going to see some strikes, but I'm glad that they took time and they built towards those, because you need those in this type of match right here. And it's like, I liked the verbal trash talking from Cassius Ohno. That was really good, because here's the thing, Cassius Ohno wasn't even labeled the heel in this sense. Aleister Black wasn't either. Like, these are two faces that are just going at it. Like, seriously, it's just a main event with two guys that just want to prove themselves. And what else I found interesting about this match is this is the first time that Aleister Black has been in a match where he had to go longer than like 2 minutes. So he proved himself here. Like, you knew he could go, but it was like we all we've been pretty much seeing from Aleister Black is squash matches here and there. But yeah, this was the first match that we got to see him in a long time, and he actually fared very well. He still did his thing. I know a lot of people aren't really big on him doing like the moonsault in the sitting in the middle, but hey, I like that because it adds more. And Cassius Ohno just mocking him. I really don't even know if he was mocking her or if he was just trying to like take a break, but it looked like something was going on there. That was some good stuff. Oh, that moonsault from Aleister Black into a crossbody to Cassius Ohno, that was good. Like, this match was just really, really good. The thing about it is, if this was on a takeover, oh man, the takeover crowd would have ate this shit up. And of course, we got a lot of strikes, a lot of elbows in the end, but Aleister Black hits the spinning heel kick and pins Cassius Ohno for the win. And that concluded the main event, and that included NXT. My overall thoughts on NXT tonight: go out of your way to watch this. It's better than Raw and SmackDown this week. I'm actually going to go that far. I thought NXT surpassed Raw and SmackDown this week for me, because what they did, we had 3 solid matches, pretty much. The main event definitely delivered like it should have. I mean, they have the NXT Women's Championship, last women's standing match between Nikki Cross and the champion Asuka. They're building that towards next week. We got some build and continuity with Cassius Ohno and Hideo Itami. The Ely brothers, like I said, they need to work on them, but they're getting time on TV. And also, they build more to the Bobby Roode, Roderick Strong stuff, which that segment, again, I thought was segment of the night. So yeah, everything I thought tonight about NXT was really, really, really good. Go out of your way to watch it. All right, people, that is it from my end. As far as your NXT correspondent, DJ Cass, I will see you next week. Later days.